Well, Saturday, July 27th, and the wildfire smoke has finally settled into the valley. And there's a couple larger bull trout down the bottom of this pool. They're all feeding on caddisfly. And a little brook trout right in this area. Hopefully I can pick them up. I can't see much on this screen on what I'm doing, but these caddisfly, once they hatch, they have to lay their eggs back in the water again. So that's why you see them coming, like there's some over there. They sit around on top, float around in the water, laying their eggs. And about that time, the trout get them. That's it. Right now would be a hard time the fish are feeding like crazy. But when there's so much food available for them, if you don't have the exact replica fly time for this, they won't even look at it. There's thousands of these caddisflies lying on the water for them, so. And bull trout are protected here in Idaho, so we can't, you can catch them, but you got to release them right away. Can't catch the brook trout and the red bands. The limit's only 2 up here. You can see there's a great big, well, I'm not going to say great big, but there's a pretty good sized bull trout right there. For this creek anyways. Kind of neat to see.
Okay. Go, baby. Come on. Yeah. You're there. Go. Hello. Okay. Three. Here you go. Go. You get in there. You can get in there. I see you get
Well, hey guys, a little update from the wonky picnic table. It's July 27th, and the valley is filling up fast with campers. It should be expected on a weekend. I've got one just down for me, that a young couple with 2 little kids, probably one that's 6 months old, another probably a year and a half. All 4 of them on a 4-wheeler. The little baby and the little chest baby carrier, whatever the heck thing you want to call it, but you just say these little tiny helmets they're wearing. Heck, when we were kids, we never had helmets at all. I guess you figured if you survived it, this made you tougher. Or taught you how not to crash and get hurt, but But anyways, we're just trying to figure out how to do these YouTube videos. It's like a circus. Well, more than a circus, like a 3-ring circus and a mini carnival outside. It's a pain in the butt. A lot of work. So I thought I could get a few of these out for the family to watch, but holy heavens, there's more work into this than what you know. And now watching them on TV, I know all these guys are in that same circus I am. But anyways, Jackson should be flying in from Monterey. He's got a week leave from the Air Force, so he'll be up here tomorrow morning with his other 2 brothers. But that's if they show up. Heck, you don't know about these kids these days. They might show up, but they might show up 2 days later and stay for 3 hours, turn around and go home. I just don't get them sometimes. But we do got some more thunder clouds building in. They come through. They just barely left, or at least the last one did, and say just enough rain to make your windows dirty. But boy, there's a lot of thunder with it. I scared little Bambi to death. She's in there under the blankets. The older you get, the more your body changes in some mysterious ways. One time you never had to worry about your pants falling off, but can't keep nothing on. There ain't nothing to hook a belt to. Just falls right off on the ground if you're not careful. But anyways, that's our little update. See the spooky mountain still back there behind me, and I didn't have any visitors, 2-legged or 4-legged last night, so maybe things are looking up and we'll be excitement free, I guess. Guess that's the way to describe it. So, yeah, we'll talk to you later. Well, I thought you might find this interesting. I've been here ever since I can remember. There's a little gravesite of a baby. Agnes Little, born March 7th, 1909. Died, can't make it out. I think it's, but died 1909. You know, as a kid, I think I remember seeing the ruins of a cabin back in there, but I can't walk back in there that far. I'd never make it back out. Only thing I can find right here, I know it's man-made, but not really sure what it is. And it could just be anything, but the dirt has been piled up, kind of like the foundation of a root cellar or something. See the low spot right there, the dirt mound, green with sagebrush. I don't know much of the history here. I'd have to maybe run a search, see if I can find anything about the Little family. Now this is the Little Lost River. It's been countless hours when I was younger. Drive that old Honda Trail 70 with the donut tires on it, the fishing pole down here, and spend the day. This creek used to have a lot of fish in it. Not anymore. They don't stock it. They've got the bull trout in here that they want to protect, so means no rainbow. Although there's little native red bands in here, which is a rainbow. But sometimes you just can't argue with the lack of common sense with some people. But anyways, I used to when I did fish this, remember I ran into a guy down here once. He was fly fishing. And I just had to stay ahead of him so I could get all the fish out of the holes. At least get my limit before I went back to the trailer. Anyway, at that time you kind of counted on the fish and stuff is what you ate up here. But anyways, I was so busy keeping ahead of him that I left my stringer full of fish down the creek there. As soon as I'd watch him out of the corner of my eye. As soon as he would quit casting, I would move so I could get ahead of him. I remember hearing him hollering at me, and I couldn't figure out what the heck. And of course, I'm just a little kid, 8, 9 years old. Figured he was mad at me for something, so I was kind of hurried and got a little further ahead of him. And it was about the time I caught that last fish that I realized I didn't have my creel and my stringer with me. So then I had to go back and find it there on the bank about a half mile down upstream. But still remember that and still laugh about that. And anyways, we're right here at a crossing. This is where that old road would cross the creek here. I mean, I'm sure if the road was still open, you could do it. But that crossed up there, then went up the mountain back there on the other side of the creek and up to that little lake. I think it was just a logging camp, that's all it was, but never have ever seen a mine back in there. But I'll have to do some more research. I'm sure there was a lot going on up here that I'm not aware of. Everybody that probably did know about it was passed on. And I'm sure there was quite the little community of miners and ranchers and trying to make a living up here. I know the old road's just right behind us, and it followed the creek. There was a bridge right up there I was going to go to, but there's somebody camped there. We'll have to go look at it. But so I think this main road that came running through here, I don't know if it could have been a stage road. Heck, who knows? Could have been back in the 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Well, there could have been a lot going on in this country that everything's kind of forgot about. Well, I haven't seen a fish jump in that pool, so time to go. That's a pretty nice little whitetail buck. These are they're new here. I mean, probably in the last 15, 20 years that I've been seeing whitetail in this country.
Seeing any animals? Are you? See an animal? Yeah. Girl, keep looking for one. What are you doing, you two? Huh? What are you doing? You ready to go to bed? Huh? You ready to go in? Where it's warm? Huh? You ready to get in?